right, guys, these are your channeled messages for December 18th, 2025 through the 25th. But the messages are timeless. Whenever you find them, you're meant to find them. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's get it. Okay. Alrighty then. Very clear message. Feel like it'll be a short one. Every time I say that, though, it never ends up being a short one, so we'll see. First card out. Do you trust me? I always be looking. I'm like, is this on? Do you trust me? This is a test. Walk by faith, not by sight. Faith in the unseen, into the unknown, divinely led pathway, and leap of faith. I have to go back and look. I think we got this last week. Seems oddly familiar. Recent. Second card out. You know what you're doing. Trust yourself. Don't gaslight yourself. Trust your intuition. And last card out is you're not crazy, you know. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Don't question yourself and don't second guess. Y'all, the overarching theme message for this entire reading heavily. I mean, just in case you missed it on the first one, you got it on the second one. Just in case you missed it on the second one, you got it on the third one. It's you're coming into a time, this new year, you have to trust yourself and God, source, universe above all else, because you're in the unknown, you're in uncharted waters, right? Like you have entered the threshold of a whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. Is this you're now diving deep into the whole new world? Uh, it feels like it's unnerving because it's unfamiliar to you. You're not used to these elements, circumstances, attention. Feels like a lot of attention as well. It just it smells new, like new car smell. Maybe you got it. Maybe you also getting a new car. Don't get no Lamborghini. I feel like I keep having to say this. Do not go out there and blow this new money on a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini or a Bugatti, right? Something that's just going to depreciate as soon as you drive that shit off the lot. But it's given new car. Maybe you getting, so I'm just saying, maybe with this new money, you getting a new car, right? But it's, you're embarking upon, what is this? Page of Wands. It's like Page of Wands energy, like a little explorer page. You're got your backpack on. You're like Hobbit mode. I'm going on an adventure. Dun, 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 dun. Like it's this. It's like you got your little knapsack, and you put your little hood on, and you're off exploring the new terrains, the new waters, the new world that you've stepped into. Right, we've been talking about like this shift phase where you're no longer where you were, but you're not where you're going. So again, like the January, February, March time, you start getting the sea legs, and things start kind of concreting more and more, coming together more and more, where you're becoming aware of your new environment, your new surroundings. But this is maybe it's business or something. Like it just feels like it's across the board. Like I keep trying to grab hold of a certain thread of energy to pull on from this, but it feels like it's across the board. It's like prior to we were getting the blank slate card. It's like again, it's just like just nothing. That there's it's just empty canvas, and you kind of like a bright shiny new and you're having to adjust. You're just having to adjust, and it just it feels like I say that this frequently, but it feels like there's like you finding out things, but like the things aren't coming from a physical tangible source, and so it's going to send you on the thing of being like, I don't know. I don't know about it. I don't know if I can trust that, or I don't know if I should, go with that, or because you can't like physically pinpoint the source, right, of where you're getting your information. It's just clear cognizance. You just know, like you don't have to know how or why you know something. You just know it. You just know, and but it's you're doing something new. You're moving differently. You're you're different, and the way that you're putting yourself out there confidently, fearlessly. Nah, if it feels like you still have like a little bit of like shaky leaf syndrome, but like you're doing it anyways. But you're just doing things different. I'm trying really hard to pull the energy from this, but this is how unknown it is, right? Like only you are going to be able to see the steps that are going to be brought to you to move to, right? It's like the platforms are going to be presented to you at precise timing for you to then step forward and step forward and step forward, but you can't see it, and nobody else can see it. It's just darkness. Like when I'm looking at this, it's like the abyss. I say this frequently. It's just like the abyss. It's smoky. It's like hazy, but it's you you know you will be told when and how to step and move, when to stop, when to go, when to pull back, when to rest, when to post, when to not, when to create, when to whatever the case may be. And people will be presented to you along the way that you are meant to work with, that are meant to help you, and you're meant to help them, because you guys are going to share a stepping stone, right? Like you're meant to step on the platform together, right? But what you need is going to be brought to you at precise timing. And you will be led to take the steps to get to wherever these people, places, and things are in strategic divine timing. But you see what I'm saying? See how I have her with the physical eyes are covered, and all you can see are the third. All that's open is the third eye. You're not going to be able to see what's coming with your physical eyes. You're only going to be able to sense it, to perceive it, to have your heart chakra out pinging, right? Feeling for those signals, and then shooting it up to your third eye to let you know your third eye, your spiritual gifts and abilities are what's going to, from now on, be in the driver's seat to get you to where you're meant to be going. Because it's lights out essentially from here. It's total darkness. It's midnight zone, right? It's midnight zone. You're going to have to just trust me. You're gonna have to trust me. You're just gonna have to trust yourself and God, source, universe above all else, because it's your physical senses are no good here. Essentially, it's very, what is this? Like a film of illusion, realm of illusion. Thank you. It's the realm of illusion, right? So you're going to be navigating through the realm of illusions as you're stepping into your highest timeline, right? It's like there's like a, I can only describe this as kind of like a firmament, right? Before you can like punch through the barrier into like the next dimension, world, frequency zone, whatever you want to call this here, right? But this thick zone of foggy film density, you can't see in it. And it's like it's got a swirl of illusionary. It's something about this zone, this, this zone that you're coming through, that messes with the physical senses. Like nothing is as it seems. I'm trying really hard to describe something that most people will never see ever. I'm trying to put it in logical terms here to explain quantum this quantum physics phenomenon that I'm I'm see, but it's there's a zone that you're going through before you pierce through to the next realm, dimension, world, right? And it's like it's like there's something something in this area. Everything is wonky. You know what I'm saying? I gave the example of kind of like the spot the difference things here. It's like something like shit's off, something's off, something's off with everything and everyone like in this zone. You know what I mean? Like not in like a super malicious way or anything, but like it's like optical illusion type. There's some sort of dissonance happening in this firmament zone. Again, I'm just pulling shit out of the air here to try to fill in words for something that I'm not a quantum physicist here, so I'm just trying to piecemeal words in that to give you a grasp of what it is that I'm seeing and what's happening here. Like this is some real shit, but I'm just here to just here to try to explain the messages in as in layman terms as much as possible here. There is a you're right there at the precipice of reaching your highest timeline. But getting out of the it's like it's what protects the higher realms and dimensions from the lower realms and vibrational muck and shit. And it's like a just I'm trying to it's just like a barrier. But like shit from the lower realms and dimension like a it like collects it like here at the first level of this buffer barrier zone, firmament zone. And so it's like when you're when you're going through it's like some weird shit. It's all I can. It's some weird. It's something. Shit's off. Something's off in here. And so you're just having to trust your spiritual senses. Allow your heart chakra and your third eye and your crown chakra to be your navigation. Listen, listen, listen. Listen to yourself because you have come to a point now to where you can trust yourself in the guidance that you're getting from within. Don't listen to the external stuff. What does it feel like inside you? What are you getting inside? Right? Like if somebody's talking to you and everything that they're saying is sounding good, but inside you're having you're getting like a anxiety, or you're having like angina, you got like chest pains, or you're having some sort of like you feel like you're gonna hurl, or you feel disgusted, or you just feel super turned off when someone is talking to you, if an opportunity is being presented to you, if you're reading something and something, what is your body saying when you're looking at a person, place, or thing? When you're hearing something from a person, place, or thing, and internally, what is the internal dialogue that you get? And it's not going to come through like I'm telling you right now. Like it's not going to be like hello. It's not loud. You individually, everybody has to know themselves and the way that the divine speaks and communicates to you, right? So prior to getting to this point, Or, while you're, again, whenever you find this video, the messages are timeless, but you should be working on currently always developing the relationship within the self to be, to have a a unbreakable bond and trust with yourself, so that when you're getting information and you're hearing or seeing things externally but internally is not matching. I always give the they present as like a big monster, like a, some big thing, but your heart chakra sends the signal out and scans that sonar, and that signal comes back into you and goes up to your third eye chakra and your crown chakra and reads and says, that's a damn squirrel. All right. They may be over here puffing out thinking, trying to let you think that they're a big monster. They're this. That's a squirrel. That's a squirrel. Right. So this is what I'm saying. You have to be able to rely on yourself and your spiritual gifts and abilities while you're coming through the firmament. I don't know. I don't want to. I'm trying to find another word. The buffer zone, the the barrier. I don't know, because it, like I said, something's off. Something's off, and like I said, it kind of feels like a lot of illusionary energy, and you can't see, like the midnight zone. Your physical senses do you no good here, sir. It's this. Um, and as you get to the your new highest timeline, it's no different. It would be less illusionary energy, right? Less of this, but it still is your spiritual body, your spiritual self is primary here, right? So in the old timeline, in the old system, in the old existence, it was like physical, 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 physical. Here, where you're going, where you're arriving, it's spiritual, 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 right? Like you're obviously still in a physical body, but your spiritual body is in the primary driver's seat. And this is a new one for the people of Earth. This is again, I've said it prior to this, it's like some years ago, but you're usually not still in a physical vessel when this type of situation happens. Like, people usually have already left their physical body. So like this is kind of like a mind trip, which is why it's even more pertinent, important, crucial, essential for y'all to give yourself some grace on it, but also please don't think that you're crazy when you're experiencing and seeing some things and that are wild. Also, I feel the need to caution some of y'all out here that the tricksters and that those who know that you're essentially like a newborn baby fawn out here in these spiritual streets, they are lurking, thirsty, and hungry, just ready to pounce on y'all. So you have got to be vigilant about who you're trusting, who you're telling your information to, who you're allowing to get close to you, and what you're allowing your mind to intake, right? Because it's not just people like talking to you, it's what's being released out into the world, like on media, on social media, on TV, on news. Like, y'all need to turn that shit off. And I know it's easier said than done, but literally I get on my phone to create, to post, and most of my stuff at this point is scheduled, and then I get off, and that's something that y'all are gonna have to start adapting, because more and more and more, especially as this old system is there's strategically releasing more and more false out there to try and trip people up. You y'all gotta let go of the savior complex. Y'all gotta let go of being the martyr. Y'all gotta let go of trying to save people who don't want to be saved. Y'all gotta let go of thinking that everybody has the same pure heart and intentions as you. And I know it well because that's me. Like, I'm directly connected to God's source universe, and I have always embodied that same direct from source unconditional love, and the ability to forgive after some really terrible shit has been done to me, right, over and over. Have kept that childlike purity and innocence and love within myself and for others, regardless of what has happened. But that has hoed me a lot of times. And in me seeing people, me having the ability to see people as their highest selves and the potential that they have has hoed me a lot of times because I'm seeing them for what they can be and not where they're at right now. And the where they're at right now is not in alignment and has the capability and capacity to hurt me heavily, right? But I wasn't privy of that at the time. I didn't have a me to sit down and tell you guys exactly this. So I'm telling you as a cautionary tale here, it's a beautiful thing to have the gift and ability of being able to see people as as their highest self, what they can be, right? But it hoes you and it hurts you when you hold on to the vision of what can be and not what is. And also when you have the mindset and expectation that everyone is going to be as pure hearted and genuine as you are, with just benevolent intentions all the time, like you have, especially right now. And I'm not saying that it's that you need to be in this like panicked or paranoid state. That's even more terrible. Fear and paranoia is the lowest energy that you can exist in. But what I'm saying is, please have your wits about you and keep your spiritual awareness on lock. Don't just go with what sounds good or what looks good. What feels right and good and true. That's the only thing that you can trust from this point in time going forward. What feels right, true, authentic, real. Because y'all are gonna come in contact with a whole lot of people who have a whole lot of money, who have a whole lot of followers, who have a whole lot of influence, who have a whole lot of degrees, who have a whole lot of certifications, who have a whole lot of titles, right? But they got nothing internally. It's just a black hole, a hollow soul. There's nothing there, and they're looking to like leech off of you, or mislead you, or to drag you down. And that's, you didn't come this far just to get tanked by somebody. Just because you have just because you're naive. I'm trying to find a gentler way, but to save time here, like that's what it is. Don't have the naivety and the overwhelming desires of wanting your wishes to come true, to where you just throw caution to the wind because you've been in a drought for a long time, and somebody promises a good amount of money, or somebody promises to put you on, or somebody says X, Y, and Z about this kind of deal and that kind of opportunity, or they say that they're going to do this, that, and the third. Look, talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. And again, it doesn't matter what kind of influence they have. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right. It is feels like there's a you have a lot of dreams, you have a lot of wishes, you have a lot of hopes, and you're telling a lot of people your things, and they see you as an open vessel ready for the taking. They see you as easy prey. You need to trust yourself and your ability to make decisions and make moves and get things done on your own, and be yourself authentically. Love every part of yourself. Be the most authentic version of yourself and let others see you. You need to love yourself. You're it's something about your self confidence where you want people to just acknowledge how great you are. I don't know if this is like a mommy and daddy wound, or like if there was some sort of inner, this is like inner child stuff that needs to be worked on, because these gaping wounds, it's like being in a you have a gash, a bunch of open wounds in the middle of the ocean surrounded by a bunch of great whites. They smell you bleeding. They smell your wounds, and they're coming to prey on these wounds. So you need to heal. You need to work on you need to work on this, because it's a liability for where it is that you're right, where you're wanting to go and where you're at. There's a big gap, because in order to get from here to there, you have to cross the sea, but you got the bleeding wounds, and there's predators and preys waiting to take advantage of you. Ah, I'm I feel like I feel like I'm just like kind of popping somebody's bubble here, but like I need to, I wish somebody had warned me about the things, but everybody don't need to know you. Everybody don't need to know what you got going on. Everybody don't need to be, not everybody is your friend. And you need to love and accept all the parts of who you are, and be yourself authentically, and let those who are attached to the old version of you and what you can do or provide for them go, so that you can bring in people who are equally yoked and see your worth and want to genuinely support you, and not just use, manipulate, or prey upon you. And stop going to other people asking about what they think about your dream. It's something about you consulting a lot of people about what the moves that it is, what moves that you want to make. Stop talking to other people about it, and you need to go within and talk to yourself about it. How do you feel about what it is that you want to do? And if you are getting the divine green light to do it, then do it, damn it. And you don't need to make an announcement about it, just do it. You giving people too much ammunition. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. I know you this is, again, this is unknown, going into the unknown. You got to trust God, source, universe. If you don't trust nobody else, you You might feel alone, but you're not alone. If you need guidance, then ask. Ask and you shall receive. That's what I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful. Thank you all for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. Hit the like button on these videos. Y'all be watching my shit and not hitting the like button. Like, help your girl out. And sharing is caring. Share the video. Share the video with somebody that you think this might help them out. Help a sister out. Help me. Help me help you. You know, I'm here. You know, I'm you know. The New Earth Guidebook to Healing Ascension is available on Amazon. And don't forget to follow my collaborative account with Dr. Val Raitova over on Frequency and Figures. And we have a new episode every month to get your numerology and energy reading overview. Until next time, I'll see you. Happy holidays. Peace, Clyde.